What do Etsy creators and OnlyFans creators have in common? Watch the entire video because I saved the best for last.
Etsy and OnlyFans might seem like they exist in entirely different realms. One is a marketplace for handmade crafts and vintage items, while the other is a subscription service primarily known for adult content. However, if you squint hard enough and let your imagination run wild a bit, you can find some surprisingly interesting and funny commonalities between these two platforms. So take hold of your imagination and let's dive into the quirky parallels between Etsy and OnlyFans. What do they have in common? Number one, creative hustle. Both Etsy sellers and OnlyFans creators are the epitome of the entrepreneurial spirit. Do you agree? They are the modern day gladiators of the gig economy, fighting for attention and dollars in a very crowded arena. Whether it's a hand-knitted sweater or an exclusive behind-the-scenes video, both groups are crafting their empires one click at a time. Picture an Etsy seller knitting a cozy scarf,
while an OnlyFans creator films
an OnlyFans tutorial on how to make the perfect hot cocoa. Multitasking at its finest. Number two, niche markets galore. Etsy is the land of quirky crafts where you can find anything from custom cat portraits to artisanal pickles. Meanwhile, OnlyFans caters to niche content ranging from fitness tips to cooking classes, and yes, adult content too. Both platforms are like a bizarre buffet where you might find a gourmet pickle flavored ice cream next to a video on how to do the cha-cha. If you can think it, it probably exists on one of these platforms. Number three, subscription models and loyalty. While Etsy operates on a more traditional buy it now basis, OnlyFans thrives on subscriptions, creating a loyal fan base. Imagine if Etsy started offering subscription boxes filled with surprise handmade goodies each month. You'd get a quirky mug, a knitted cactus, and a hand-painted rock all in one delightful package. Etsy could turn into the mystery box of crafts, while OnlyFans could diversify into mystery subscription content. Who wouldn't want to be surprised by a random craft tutorial or a spontaneous dance-off?
But for now, Etsy is what it is and OnlyFans is what it is. You can go to OnlyFans for subscription-based models and Etsy for any purchase you'd like.
Number four, personal branding. In both worlds, personal branding is key. Etsy sellers often put their personality right on their product pages, showcasing their unique styles and stories. OnlyFans creators, on the other hand, build their personal brands around their personas, whether it's the fitness guru or the baking sensation. Imagine an OnlyFans creator dressed as a unicorn while promoting their line of handmade unicorn-themed merch on Etsy. Just like that, they've bridged the gap between adult content and arts and crafts. Truly a modern renaissance?
All in all, I would say that a personal brand is more important on the OnlyFans platform since you are the one that is going to appear in the videos or in the images and the content altogether. Whereas on Etsy, you are not appearing in the content, and that is not what people are searching for. They are searching for your products and specialty items.
Number five, user-generated content. Both platforms thrive on user-generated content. Etsy relies heavily on its community of artisans to bring fresh, innovative products to the marketplace. Conversely, OnlyFans is a playground for creators to share their content directly with their fans. It's like a potluck dinner where everyone brings their own dish, some gourmet, some questionable, but each one adds to the overall experience. Imagine an Etsy potluck where someone brings a handmade adult-themed cake. Awkward. Number six, marketing shenanigans. Both platforms require a hefty dose of marketing creativity. Etsy sellers often resort to Pinterest boards, Instagram reels, and even TikTok dances to showcase their crafts. OnlyFans creators use similar strategies, but with a twist. Think seductive selfies paired with clever captions. Picture an Etsy seller doing a TikTok dance while showcasing handcrafted jewelry, only to be outdone by an OnlyFans creator doing the same dance in maybe a more sparkly outfit? Who knew marketing could be so entertaining and that Etsy fans and Etsy creators could have that in common?
And if you are interested in seeing what I offer on the subscription-based platform for business purposes, make sure to check it out. The link is down below.
Number 7, community support. Both Etsy and OnlyFans cultivate strong communities. Etsy sellers often support one another through forums and social media groups, sharing tips and tricks to navigate the marketplace. OnlyFans creators build their own support systems, encouraging each other and sharing best practices for content creation. Imagine an Etsy seller starting a Crafty Creators Anonymous group and inviting OnlyFans creators to join. They could swap stories about crafting disasters and awkward encounters with fans. Talk about bonding over the bazaar. Number 8, the power of reviews. Reviews are vital on both platforms. Etsy sellers live and die by their 5-star ratings, while OnlyFans creators often promote their best reviews as a badge of honor. It's like a competitive sport where the stakes are high. After all, who doesn't want to be known as the best knitter or the most creative content creator? Now just picture an OnlyFans creator receiving a review that reads, "I came for the content, but stayed for the knitting tips." It's a win-win, really. Number 9, the element of surprise. Both platforms thrive on the element of surprise. Etsy buyers can never quite predict what quirky item they'll find next, while OnlyFans subscribers often await unexpected content drops from their favorite creators. Imagine an Etsy seller unleashing a new line of surprise mystery boxes that could contain anything from a knitted cat sweater to a pair of bespoke socks. Meanwhile, an OnlyFans creator might unveil a surprise cooking show episode featuring a recipe for cat-themed cupcakes. The absurdity of it all just makes life more interesting. Number 10, endless opportunities for collaboration. Finally, both Etsy and OnlyFans offer endless opportunities for collabs. Just think about it. An Etsy seller could team up with an OnlyFans creator for a craft and chill session where they create quirky crafts while sharing life stories and adulting tips. The resulting content would be interesting. Imagine glitter everywhere while the two of them try to create a DIY project and accidentally end up with a glue fight. It'd be chaotic, hilarious, and entertaining. So there you have it. While Etsy and OnlyFans may seem like polar opposites, they share a surprising number of quirks and characteristics that make them uniquely entertaining. From creative hustles to unexpected collaborations, both platforms showcase the power of entrepreneurship, community support, and the boundless possibilities that arise when people come together to create and share. So whether you're crafting a one-of-a-kind item or filming the next viral video, there's a little magic to be found in Etsy and on OnlyFans. So whether you're shopping for a handmade cat sweater or subscribing to a behind-the-scenes look at the life of your favorite creator, remember, creativity knows no bounds. So if you're an Etsy seller and you have possibly thought about joining OnlyFans, or you're an OnlyFans creator and have thought about joining the Etsy platform, let's dissect the differences between the fees on both platforms, because of course you want to know how much you're going to take home because of how much the platform might take. Comparing the fee structures of Etsy and OnlyFans reveals some significant differences reflecting the nature of each platform and their respective business models. So here's a breakdown of the fees associated with both OnlyFans and Etsy. So here are the Etsy fees. Etsy has listing fees. Etsy charges sellers a standard fee of 20 cents for each item listed in their shop. This fee is charged whether the item sells or not and is valid for 4 months. Etsy also has transaction fees. When an item sells, Etsy charges a transaction fee of 6.5% of the total sales price, including shipping. This percentage can be a burden for some sellers, especially those selling lower priced items. Etsy also has payment processing fees. These fees vary based on the seller's country and the total amount of the sale. In the US, for example, Etsy charges a payment processing fee of 3% plus 25 cents for each transaction. There are also advertising fees. If sellers choose to promote their listings through Etsy ads, they will incur additional costs based on their advertising budget. The fees vary depending on the seller's bidding strategy and the competition for ad space. Etsy also has shipping fees, but while not directly a fee to Etsy, sellers are responsible for shipping costs, which can affect pricing strategies and profitability. So make sure that you're pricing your products accordingly. What about OnlyFans? OnlyFans has a platform fee. OnlyFans takes a 20% commission on all earnings generated by creators. This includes subscription fees, tips, and pay-per-view content. This commission can be significant, especially for top earners. OnlyFans also has payouts. Creators can request payouts at any time, but OnlyFans has a minimum payout threshold. Additionally, creators should note that it may take a few days for payouts to process, depending on the payment method chosen. OnlyFans also has payment processing fees. While OnlyFans does not publicly disclose specific payment processing fees, they are typically included in the 20% commission taken from creators' earnings. Creators may also incur fees based on their bank or payment provider. Content costs. OnlyFans creators may invest in equipment, marketing, and content production, which can impact their overall profits. However, these costs are more variable and depend on individual creator strategies.
And if you are interested in seeing what I offer on the subscription-based platform for business purposes, make sure to check it out. The link is down below.
So to recap, the fee structure of both OnlyFans and Etsy are different. Etsy has a more complex fee structure, including listing fees, transaction fees, and payment processing fees, which can add up quickly for sellers. OnlyFans has a much simpler model with a flat 20% commission on earnings, making it easier for creators to understand their take-home pay. The nature of the fees between OnlyFans and Etsy is also different. Etsy's fees are primarily geared towards selling physical or digital products, while OnlyFans focuses on content creation and subscription-based services. This fundamental difference drives how each platform structures its fees. There's also the financial burden to consider. Sellers on Etsy may feel the burden of multiple fees, especially those selling lower-priced items. In contrast, OnlyFans creators only need to contend with the 20% cut, but they must generate sufficient earnings to offset that commission. Both platforms have their unique advantages and challenges, and the choice between them often depends on the type of business or content an individual wants to pursue. Understanding the fee structures is crucial for maximizing profitability on either platform. So if you're watching this video and you have experience with either platform, tell us what you like and what you dislike about the platform that you were on. You might be helping other people watching this channel. After all, you never know if somebody wants to get off of Etsy or get off of OnlyFans. Sellers on Etsy and creators on OnlyFans can possibly exchange information and help each other out as entrepreneurs. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to drop your comment down below and tell me what you liked most about this video.